Claim your throne.
Okay? I'm not buying any of this. Do I agree that open relationships is the future since monogamy cannot get a good deal, especially for men today's age? Every man that has ever asked about, so far in my chat, any man that has ever asked about polyamory in my chat.
It's not polyamory. Stop fucking up the terms. Polyamory is some free-spirited bullshit. Polyamory is I'll date anybody. I'm a man. I'll date a trans woman. I'm a man. I'll date a bisexual man. I'm a man. I'll date a bisexual woman. I'm a man. No, that's the polyamorous bullshit. Polyamory is you'll date any motherfucking body. You'll date any damn body. It's polygyny. Polygyny. Not polyamory, polygyny.
I don't think has access to even one woman. I think it's a fetish. I think it's a dream that can only be accomplished by the very few, the proud, the brave, the Andrew Tate. It's not going to happen.
No, that's not true either, bruh. That's not true either. It's plenty of men living a polygynous lifestyle, but the women don't know. So what's the difference? What's the difference between them knowing and not knowing? The truth. That's the only difference. And why do you have to keep that difference away from the women? Because the women can't handle the truth. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Women are already sharing the men. They were sharing the men before they got in a monogamous relationship with the man. But now they want the man that they want. They want him to slow down, even though they were sharing the men up until him. It's bullshit.
Happen for you guys. Stop asking about it. Learn how to get one woman before you try to figure out how to get three.
Well, what if you already have one? Now you want to add another one. She's just assuming that no men are getting laid. Fuck out of here. As much as these bitches is throwing pussy, you got to be out your goddamn mind.
Like baby steps here. Learn how to get one before you get three. There's not that many Sensei Abu Americans out there, or Abu Americans.
Bruh, you don't need, if you leave the country, you can have that shit like that.
There's not that many of him out there, guys. Like, let's be realistic about our goals in relationships. Let's be realistic here. Okay, let's see. So your answer to would you let your daughter date Andrew Tate?
Oh, so us be realistic, but the women can have their unrealistic standards. Right. Hassan McMillan says she's willfully ignorant about how high value men and all men move. Her delusion is over 9,000 facts. Sergeant Hoddle says, I know she don't understand marriage for Chads is a scam for their paper, but it's weird because a lot of her viewers aren't Chad and will have to settle for the marriage scam. Yeah, that is true.
Is no. LOL JK. I absolutely would not let my daughter date Andrew Tate. Oh no.
Well, you don't have a choice in who your daughter dates. That's her pussy, not yours. So I guess she does have a daughter from another man. That's what it sounds like to me. She has a daughter from another man because obviously it's not working with this guy. At least the insemination part.
Haram. No. What? I can't stop my children from doing those things though. But
yep.
No.
Yep.
Come on. Like, can we just stop trying to make polyamory happen? It doesn't work.
Bruh. Stop with the polyamory. And yes, it really does work. It doesn't work when you're brainwashed with the feminism. It doesn't work when the women are jealous. But it works when the women are family-minded, marriage-minded, involved in unbreakable bonds. That's when it works. When the women get along and raise the children together, you can't just say it doesn't work.
Everyone I know is like, oh, I know a couple that tried to make polyamory work. It's like, okay, did they? Well, no, because it's stupid. And so many of these young...
So it's stupid. Men's sexual preference is stupid. That's what it comes down to. But high-value men are practicing polygyny all day. Maybe they're not married to these women, but they have multiple women. They have multiple girlfriends, and they're practicing it every day. So yes, it is for the elite men. We're not denying that. We're not denying that it's going to be hard for an average, regular, everyday man. And nobody said that it was easy. But it definitely can work when you got that sack, when you got that paper, and when you got that status. Maybe it doesn't work for forever. Maybe it doesn't work for, as long as you want it to work, or as long as you think is what makes it successful. But they're pulling this game every single day with multiple different women. And the reason why it works is because you recycle the women. If the women who don't want to get on the program, the women who don't agree with it, they get gone. They get ghost. And then you bring somebody else in who is. That's really what it is. And when you're a man and you're leading and you have that financial ability, then you're going to run that play.
Young women that are involved in polyamory relationships, they're not the brightest in the bunch. Here's another critique of the red pill, right? Because it's about you be a man and don't have these commitments and stay in your frame. And granted, if you actually look into how it started and how it was written, it's not really about that. It's just about don't be a needy man, period. This is what women are attracted to. Don't be needy. However, it's become quite perverted. But okay, so you don't get into any long-term commitments and you don't cohabitate. Like, we're gonna go like straight red pill with this. So you have maybe 2 girlfriends. They start off in their 20s, some decades go by, and now you have 2 girlfriends that are post-wall, 40, 50, and this is...
You heard what I said. Rotate. This is what a high-value man would do. He would rotate them. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying it's happening every day.
Not in the context of Muslim marriage. You have 2 girlfriends that are post-wall. First of all, you think they're going to stay. That's number one. Eventually, somebody's going to get tired of it. Number 2, do you know how stupid those women look? Being 50 and being a girlfriend?
I mean, if they didn't have children, then yeah, that's an L. But if they can get children out of that man, like they really... The thing about Allie, she wants y'all to sign on the dotted line. She wants y'all to put the pen to the paper, and you're not a man if you don't. That's what it is. She wants y'all to sign on the dotted line.
None of it, like, not a wife, a girlfriend to some quote unquote high value dude, and the guy looks stupid being with them. They're both...
The only reason why he looks stupid is because the women are older. That's the only reason why. I mean, it wouldn't even be stupid. It would just be age appropriate polygyny. But usually you want to leverage that thing to where you are the older guy and you have 2 younger women. That's how you want to run that play.
50. I don't think that's not going to work out. I don't think so. Maybe in a monogamous LTR, but to try to think that it's possible to basically convince 2 women that they're not worth commitment at all. Like, arguably, those are psychologically...
When you got the money, it's very easy to do. Look at NLE Choppa. Yeah, it only lasted a year and 3 months, but he broke it off with her. She was still trying to stay. She still wanted him. She just wanted him to stop fucking other bitches, even though he told her the truth in the beginning. So she's partially right that, yes, it's a hard play to pull off, but you can pull it off temporarily if you got the bag. And like I said, sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health.
Low value women.
Damn, we only 17 minutes in. I'm gonna try and get
what high value woman
we gonna speed it up. We're gonna speed it up a little bit.
Oh, it's okay sharing her man with another 50-year-old at 50. Like, the math isn't mathing. And if they look bad, you look bad as a man being with them. And I'm not saying to wife them up, because obviously they're not worth wiping up if they put up with that.
Nah, I mean, look, it's not, they put up with that. They fucked with him and they saw the vision. If they got something out of it, then there's no harm, no foul. If they got their children out of it, or if they already had children, there's no harm, no foul. The women that really need to get on the polygynous wave are women with children. They definitely need to be the ones who are okay with sharing their man, because they already shared their womb with a nigga who did not commit to them.
They're just like, where's the logic? Because if you were truly able to pull off this polygamous dynamic, these women would be, proud. Okay. But I don't see it. I don't see it. And a lot of these women are going to get competition anxiety, and it's going to be too overwhelming, and they're going to leave. Muslim marriage, different thing that I respect. Completely different. But I'm just like, what do you guys really think?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne. So guys, we are in this bitch. We're in. We outside with it. Hey, look, we're finna go in because I see that Real Femme Sapien has not learned her lesson, okay? She hasn't learned her lesson. As a matter of fact, I actually made her leave the red vitamin, okay? And we are putting pressure and applying pressure on these chicks' necks, okay? Hassan McMillan, shout out to Hassan McMillan. Shout out to family. He says, you're Emika says, oh, damn. Product Junior says she left ? Hassan McMillan says she's capping and she was on another podcast. Low key dissing Fresh and Fit. Send me that link, bro. Send me that link. Fallout 91 says, my guy, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I am ready to expose these chameleons for who they are. So when it comes to Ali Drummond, we have to break down where she came from. And she pretty much called into Kevin Samuels' show and he basically red-pilled her. But the problem is she's still taking shots at the guys in the Manosphere who pay her bills. Okay? She's taking shots at these guys. So let's watch her origin story video to better understand where she's coming from.
He would like to get married, but he wants to make sure the investment is good. So he wants to have a kid first and then get married.
He wants you to have his child before he puts a ring on your finger.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
But
no, after you have the child, how quickly could you expect to be married? A year? No, high value men married 6 months or less. We don't do this. That's you're already a year into it. There's no amount of I'll do whatever. I'll have a baby to keep him. You can't make a man be what he doesn't want to be. Sorry, it's not what you wanted to hear, but no.
Was it in fit?
Okay, so there you have it. She was on Kevin Samuels' show. Basically, I don't know if this is her husband now or some other nigga, but she was basically telling the people that there was this man in her life and he wanted to have a child with her, but not be married first. And that is where she was red-pilled. I think she explains that, it was kind of embarrassing, but she needed the truth. So now let's fast forward and we are pulling up to where she is today. And she says she took the red pill and she's done. And she's going to have certain talking points against the red pill and the red vitamin. And we're going to break down every single bit that she's talking about because she is completely off center. She's off base and she built her following off of these red vitamin guys, speaking as if she is a chameleon. And we all know that she's a glorified sugar baby. We all know she's a glorified sugar baby. Okay. Let's get into some things that I've seen about Real Femme Sapien, whatnot. Shorty's marriage was even questionable. The marriage was questionable in and of itself. Okay. Is questionable in and of itself. And how do I know this? Because I saw pictures of the wedding ceremony. So we're gonna pull that up in the background while we get this video queued up. We're gonna pull that up in the background while we get this video queued up. But I just want to make you guys aware of what the hell is going on in this space, and you guys propping up these women to invade these red vitamin spaces. It's absolutely insane. And I'm not saying she can't have a channel, but when it comes to speaking from a red vitamin perspective, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. Matter of fact, where did I get that picture? I gotta see where that joint is, because I had the picture and let me see. I had the picture, but I'm gonna have to pull it up. But anyways, we're gonna break down this video. She is basically saying all the men in the red vitamin space are incels, and we know that to be a damn lie. The niggas in my chat, we certified out here. We smashing shit. We breaking shit down. We busting shit down. We're doing what we're saying we're doing, okay? We all know this. We all know this. So let me see if I can find that damn picture. See if I can find that damn picture. I forgot who sent me the picture, but basically the nigga was in the wedding picture. You could see it was like a fucking shotgun wedding, basically. So is it really valid? I don't fucking know. So let's see. Product Junior says, what do you think of homegirl just Pearly thing? So, okay, so the difference between Pearl, what I really like about Pearl is that she actually lets the men come on and speak. Okay, she actually shows support to other male content creators. You see, there's a difference. There is a big difference between what the real Femme Sapien does and what Pearl does. Pearl gives opportunities to other male content creators. She's let King Riches do a lot of work with her. She's also brought on this other African dude, and he talks like this, and I got on like some other nigga from the UK, and he had his own channel, yes, but she spreads the wealth, she spreads the love to like-minded people. A lot of these women get in the red vitamin space, and they're hoarding the following. They're hoarding the men because they don't want their following to go and support the men, because we know the men are going to have a way more authentic message. So she's going to and I'm not saying she's doing this consciously. What I am saying is that she is doing it maybe unconsciously, subconsciously, but at the end of the day, like I said, she has more subs than Coach Greg Adams. Let me repeat. She has more subs than Coach Greg Adams, any main channel that he has. It's absolutely insane. It's ridiculous, and it's completely not fair. And she used the red vitamin. She used the red vitamin to prop up her platform, to prop up her channel, okay? But she didn't show homage to no other red vitamin content creators but Kevin Samuels, which, you know, it is what it is. She's saying Kev Samuels got her married. I mean, Kev Samuels told her ass to get on Seeking Arrangements. That's what the fuck he did. You know, RP to the Godfather, but let's keep it a buck. Hassan McMillan says she's capping, and she was on another podcast, low-key. Oh, yeah, we read that one. Birth of Ubermensch said, imagine taking on a second wife with a kid or kids, Great Depression 2.0. Yeah. Product Junior says, didn't know Kevin Samuels red pilled her. Yeah. Alpha Zoe says, these Trojan horses have to get exposed and kicked out of the Manosphere. Facts. Cyrus Cherry says, exactly. What is the high value man thing? Is it YouTubers that make six figures? Sneeko was on this, but let dudes sleep with his girl. Yeah, we broken down Sneeko. He's definitely got chinks in his armor. Product Junior, remember the one that Undead Chronic exposed? She has all these disgusting tats, especially the huge one on her chest. Yeah, that the black girl who's doing the red vitamin content. I'm pretty sure she's dating a Pookie thug nigga. No one says, I'm just here for the entertainment. Alpha Zoe says, a lot of people ask what I think about female red vitamin. I don't mind them speaking on female nature. but don't give men advice because they don't understand male nature. Exactly. Alpha Zoe says she married her sugar daddy. Exactly. Product Junior says, thanks for the breakdown. I get it now. Yep. Okay, so let's get into the video. Damn, I'm trying to find this picture because like when you see the damn picture of their wedding, it's like, bruh, they did that shit on a whim. Like it looked like there was probably no family there, like no, and maybe she doesn't come from, you know, that nuclear family world, but there were no family there. There were no like mutual friends. It was just her, some pastor who came in a hoodie. The nigga came in a hoodie. Damn, I cannot remember where I had that damn photo. Let me see if I can find it on Reddit. But like the pastor came in a hoodie. That nigga was in a fucking hoodie. Let's see. God dang, I wish I had that picture. That nigga was in a hoodie. The pastor was in a hoodie at their fucking wedding, bro. I'm talking about what? Damn. Hey, who got that picture? Who sent it to me? Somebody sent it to me. Somebody DM'd it to me. Shout out to Red Pill Overdose. He says, what did I miss? Oh, you missed a lot, bro. Ship Jumper says, why would men listen to these ladies anyway? These women in the manosphere are only jumping on the bandwagon after Kevin Samuels passed away, and they wanted to grasp at the following he left behind. Yep. Alpha Zoe says, Black Gen Z married them. On God, it was some like bald nigga with a hoodie. Damn, where the fuck? Who sent me that shit? Somebody sent me that shit. One of y'all niggas, y'all gotta let me know, cause this shit is ridiculous. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and play the video, but I know somebody sent this shit to me, so I really want to find that picture. Damn. All right. I'm gonna play the video.
Welcome back to the Real Femme Sapien YouTube channel, where I give cultural commentary. And today I am going to talk about why I am leaving the red pill. But it's not going to be the take that you normally expect from a woman. Nobody did me dirty. There's no drama. I wasn't taken advantage of. I wasn't a wounded feminist.
Okay, so this is copywritten information. It's bullshit. She put damn near a minute of like a scene from Mean Girls in the video, which is it monetized? Probably, because she's a woman. Like they only copyright selectively. So essentially it's like the burn book, and then they like talk shit about them, and then they basically banish you and you from like the friend group and all this goofy shit. So yeah, that's what that was.
It just has simply run its course. So if you like this content, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell. The lighting situation is a little bit off, but I am traveling, so we are working with what I got. But yes, I am, for the most part, pretty much done with the red pill. I have...
Bruh, 111,000 subscribers later, and you're done with the red vitamin? It's bullshit. It's such bullshit. Like, bro... She literally built her platform on the men who follow this type of content, and now she's done with you niggas. She's dumping you niggas. She pumped and dumped you red pill niggas. This is what's happening. This is what happens when you let women in the space. Like I said, it's Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club is the #1 rule. And you have these chicks who entered the space, whatnot. Obviously, it's the internet. You can't stop them from viewing the content. But then they become content creators, and they are living the life of the same women that we talk about. And that's why they leave, because they're triggered, because everybody exposes that, yo, Shorty married her sugar daddy. The nigga is 65 years old. He got one foot in the motherfucking grave. And, you know, he shot out his last, you know, piece of viable sperm. And then she has another live stream that we're going to get into, talking about men hit the wall too. Baby girl, if your man didn't hit the wall, that nigga knocking on heaven's door. What is she talking about? Like, she literally has a video talking about, oh, men hit the wall too. Are you complaining about, sucking 60-year-old nigga dick? Is that what we're trying to like, dog? Come on. Let's be real. Let's just be honest. Hey, let's just be real. You dig? Hey, AlphaZo says this is why we can't take women seriously, always backsliding. Exactly. They don't stand on a conviction. Red Pill Overdose says, AlphaZo, I'm so tired of women coming in and using it to their gain. Absolutely. He says, reclaim your throne on her neck. No cap. I'm about to be more savage on these other creators. Big facts. No one says she hit y'all with the okie doke. Exactly. All you niggas, and the niggas are still in the chat. Mind you, the niggas are still in the chat. Oh my God, you're so right. Da, 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 da. They think like she's playing the obvious chameleon role, and she shot a Hail Mary. She's 27. The niggas her age and a little bit older already know the game. They know these 20. You can't deal with these 27-year-old women unless you got a long-handed spoon. So she goes into an older age demographic, and then she red-pilled her husband. She talked about it in the last stream I broke down. She red-pilled her husband. He was a blue pill simp in his last marriage. He was a blue pill simp in his last relationship, and the woman red-pilled him. Now, come on. Guys, are you serious? Like, she's basically telling the nigga how to treat women. She had to say, hey, watch this video, babe, because I think it's a really good video. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had to convince her man to become that type of guy because he was a blue pill. He was a blue pill boomer simp, basically.
Learned about everything that I can learn from it. And I don't really take too much issue with content creators per se. I take more issue with content consumers and the demographic of men that the red pill attracts. Or also
the demographic of men that the red vitamin attracts. So she's mad that men are calling out her bullshit. Yeah, these men, we get receipts. We know how to use these search engines. We know how to Google your shit. We know how to find out if your marriage is legit, if you have actual marriage documents, if your marriage was a shotgun wedding. Yeah, we found that shit out. We found that shit out. And she's salty about it. She's salty about it. Damn, I really wish I had that video. I'm still searching for it, guys, so bear with me.
At times the demographic of
or the picture rather
that the red pill attracts. So the red pill is supposed to be a praxeology, which basically is a mental model that says there are reasons why people make certain choices, and there are reasons why people choose to sleep with so-and-so and choose not to sleep with so-and-so. There are reasons why people choose to take advantage of one person, and there are reasons why people choose not to take advantage of another person. In general, it is about what men and women find attractive on average, and I think that is so helpful. I also think that it's very sad that it's groundbreaking that men have to be told how to snap out of the matrix and be reminded that women do like.
But isn't that what you had to do with your husband? We've already broken that video down.
Masculine, confident, stoic, kind men. I don't mean
what? Masculine, confident, stoic, and kind? Those don't line up, bruh. So she's basically saying that women like nice guys. That's absolute bullshit. The math ain't mathing. Like, what is she saying? Yes, masculine. They don't even really understand what stoicism is. Like, if you ask a modern woman really what stoicism is, they're not gonna know what the fuck you're talking about. So maybe you're explaining these traits and whatnot, but they don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Nice guys. I just mean for a long-term relationship, women probably want a guy that is capable of kindness. I do think that brutish men are attractive. Do not get me wrong.
Bro, married woman talking about, oh, I think these types of men are attractive. Like I said, chameleon. Oh, I think brutish men are attractive. Bro, your husband's not a brute. That nigga's more like a prune.
but I don't want him clubbing my baby over the head. He picking up what I'm putting down.
Clubbing my baby over the head. Said, bro, what type of niggas is she talking about? Clubbing the baby over the head, like assuming that a strong man is going to be abusive to children is crazy.
So I do think that women have that little tendency to try to tame the alpha. I'll say that, but I think it provides really good talking points for men to reconsider what they've been told about women. Because so far, men are being told by this gynocentric social order that places women above men in pretty much every area of life at this point. They're being told that in order to get a female mate, to just be nice and be yourself. That is not true. And there's reasons why women want to hook up with some guy uncontrollably. And then there's reasons why, well, he would make a good husband and a father. Optimally, it would be that a woman could get both of those qualities in one guy, but that is statistically a very hard thing to do, especially in a culture of feminized men. So I don't have a problem.
Another shot at men. Oh, a culture of feminized men. Dude, what the fuck does that even mean? If anything, the reason why men are feminized is because they're being raised by the single moms. And why are they being raised by the single moms? Because the women are choosing poorly. That's what it is. That's what it is. She doesn't want to point out that factor. Oh, it's just feminized men. No, you got to get deeper into that. Oh, the men are just becoming feminized as if they're having a normal life experience, normal childhood, and then they choose to just be LGBT. No, they're groomed to be like that. They're brought up to be like that. They're manipulated by their mothers to be like that. We just saw a video of 50 Cent's son. We saw a video of 50 Cent's son saying that what was it? 50 Cent's son saying, oh, $6,700 in child support ain't enough. Like, bruh, come on.
Problem with what the content creators are doing. I think they're trying to address a masculinity crisis. And I think that it is a pretty interesting phenomenon to see the manosphere grow from the past 20 years. I'm 27, so I don't know everything about it, but it is interesting that it's been around that long. And it does appear to be men trying to help other men.
So she just hopped into the manosphere and she don't know shit about it, is what she said. Like, she hopped into the manosphere, copped a good 100K followers, subscribers, and now she don't know shit about them. Oh, I just hopped in. I can't really stand for the manosphere like that.
Exchanging notes. I mean, before, if you struck out with women, you just had to guess. Now, if you strike out with women, you can go online, do a couple of searches, watch a couple of channels, and figure out, oh, okay, well, it looks like I've been too subservient to women, or, oh, okay, it looks like I'm obese and I'm pretty much a fool trying to get a woman out here looking like that. And that's helpful. Yes, somebody's got to tell the...
And most of the time, the men are in shape. See, this is what she doesn't understand. She's thinking the guys in the red vitamin are just like loser guys who are sitting on their couch with Cheetos and whatnot. Bro, there are a lot of guys who are completely just struggling in general with women. And it has nothing to do with their weight. It has nothing to do with, oh, they're ugly or they have horrible social skills. It has everything to do with, yo, a lot of these women are wilding when it comes to their quote unquote standards. So she's trying to paint the picture that, oh, guys in the red vitamin are, you know, just mad that they can't get a woman and all this other type of bullshit. Okay? Straight crap.
Delusional Westerners that being broke and obese as a man is probably not the best way to get a woman, much less get a wife. But honestly, I think most men are losing these days when they get married. I also think that in the West, we have a culture of victims, and that's mostly why I'm choosing to walk away. Although I am going to continue to use certain terminologies and certain concepts and things like that, because I think...
Oh, so she's going to use the terminology. She's going to parrot the talking points, but she's going to disassociate herself. We see these women doing this over and over and over again. Even the men, you see mediocre tutorial reviews made a video about, oh, I'm going to disassociate with the manosphere. Okay. I'm going to disassociate with the manosphere. Everybody saw that video. So it's not just the women. They're riding the wave and then coming up with the talking points and all that kind of shit, and then just pump and dumping y'all ass. That's why I've always been with the vitamins. We don't take pills, we take vitamins. Okay? We don't take pills, we take vitamins. Man, I wish I could find that picture. I'm still searching. Hopefully we can find it. Let's go.
Think what they have to say about polarity is true, about femininity, masculinity. I think it's very surface level information. I think masculinity and femininity is a very spiritual thing. I think Westerners don't know much about it compared to the East. But with this culture of victims, if you're a man who is striking out with women, you're going to try to find something to blame, someone to blame. That's what Americans do. Well, if you do something bad to me, I'm just going to see you in court. We have a culture that wants to find the oppressor and the victim, and even men will look to make themselves the victim. It's the same way that women...
Bro, nobody is making themselves the victim in the red vitamin. What we're saying is, essentially what it is y'all bitches are delusional. There was chicks on Fresh and Fit last night talking about they were literally strippers and they didn't want to be called strippers. It's like, bruh, what the fuck? And then you wonder why these hoes are single. Birth of Uberanch says active gremlin in Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, I'll cover that. Alphazo says, I know another girl in the manosphere who makes content, but move across the state to chase a high value man, all while preaching that she's different and likes nice guys, right? Alphazo says, I had to unfollow a lot of them because I saw through their charade. It's similar to female gamers. They prey on men's need for validation and dick ride the RP for clout. Yep. Jared Purse says they're pink pilled, not red. DVB says she never was supposed to be in the RP space. Exactly.
Well, if you as a man just go out every day and you don't get a woman and you just come out and you say, well, it's obvious the women are the problem. They clearly just can't see me for who I am. That shows a real lack of accountability and self-awareness. There's reasons why you're striking out with women, and is it the women's fault just because they don't say yes? So like we should lower our standards. Granted,
you heard it. Oh, we should lower our standards. That's the same talking point that all the women use. Oh, well, you don't get women, and we should lower our standards because you men can't get us. Like, like that's the same talking points. It's not that you should quote unquote lower your standards. It's that your standards are fucking retarded. And then they'll say their standards and then do a whole nother thing. Oh, he got to make this amount of money. How many of these bitches are getting nutted in by niggas with no job? Niggas with no motion, no paper, no bread. It's happening a lot.
I will say that your average woman is very delusional and thinks that she deserves more than what she can actually pull. And to those women, I'm sure life will humble them. They certainly will not get a wholesome Chad. You guys can argue in the comment section if you think wholesome.
A wholesome Chad. Bruh. She's talking about the wholesome Chad shit. Honey. You ain't even married. You didn't even marry no wholesome Chad. Bro, your man is your grandfather. So she's talking about, oh, wholesome Chads exist. Why didn't you get one then? See, the thing about a Chad is that he has options. And now that, you know, getting your passport and going overseas is becoming normalized, men with options are not settling down. Honestly, your man really should have went overseas because now he's kind of trapped. And I'm not trying to talk down on their union, but let's keep it a buck. They literally had a shotgun wedding. The nigga who did their wedding was wearing a hoodie. And I'm so upset that I can't find that picture right now. I'm so upset that I can't find that picture right now. But the nigga who did their wedding was wearing a hoodie. Now, I've been to multiple weddings and I've never seen the pastor pull up in a hoodie. Never in my life. Never in my life have I seen the pastor pull up in a hoodie. I mean, that is just ridiculous. So, oh, wow. So I think she might have wrote a column about high body count women finding a partner. Oh shit, this is crazy. I don't know. I just stumbled into some wild shit on Reddit that I honestly don't know what the fuck this means. Wow. I hope this isn't a story about her because this is wild. Oh, she talking about I have a red pill content, or I have read red pill content, and for years though, I recently began to dive heavily into it. Whoa. Woo. How tall is she? Whoa. Let's see. For a woman for 27 with a notch count of 8, I feel like I'm unattractive. Dog. Is this her? Is this her? I'm not saying this is her, but I think this story is kind of wild. This is on Reddit, and this was 3 months ago. I don't think this couldn't be her story 3 months ago. Nah, this couldn't be her story. Cause she started her channel way longer than that. Or did she? Let's see when she started her channel. Sorry guys, it's stalling up, but I just saw some shit. I'm trying to find that picture of their wedding, which guys, I mean, if you got the picture of the wedding, now would be the time. Actually, maybe somebody emailed it to me. But shorty literally, like the nigga who married them was in a fucking hoodie. I was like, wow. That shit shocked me. Let me see if it's in my email. Let's see. All right, I don't know where it is. All right, fuck it. So let's see. Let's get caught up on these chats. Shorty, Jared says they're half right half the time. DVB says she uses the space for her good and leverage. Yep. Jared Peace says modern women corrupt chads. AlphaZo, yeah, true. AlphaZo says Snoop Dogg married them on the low. Hobosexual says I knew bitch was sketchy. The last F&F show. Yep. Jared Purse said I didn't think she had been on YouTube for more than a year. Yeah, I don't think she's been on for more than a year, but there was a Reddit thread 3 months ago, and I'm just making sure this isn't her story because for some reason her name pinged up when I searched it in this thread. Let's see. You're a child, man, and a mess, and the first thing that is correct. Trying to film our red pill lives, never pay attention to the things that actually deprive people of the option of staying home. Okay, we're gonna keep going on this breakdown. I can't find the picture, but it's absolutely hilarious.
Some chads exist, but All of the stay-at-home wives I know that are feminine are married to wholesome chads. Guys,
Bruh, that's cap. I guarantee these are not no wholesome chads, bro. She talking about, oh, the women I know that are married, they're married to wholesome chads. Look, man, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that nigga got a side bitch. He got a side bitch. So could you say he's wholesome? Yeah, he could be nice and a great guy and all that other shit, but either he's not a Chad or he has a side bitch. It's not finna be both.
with options, who chose that woman and that family, whatever. And so I find that behavior to be an easy out. If everyone else is the problem and I'm not the problem, then I don't have to change. It's the same thing with feminists. Feminists don't think that there's any reason why a man wouldn't want to be with a competitive woman who doesn't care for her looks, who will readily terminate the life of a pregnancy, who doesn't want to get married, but maybe she'll get married when she's 35, when she really needs you, when she's burned out with her career. Also, they don't think that it's possible that men are not attracted to women that are always going to put them second to their job. Because let's be real, most women don't have careers. Most women are not making over six figures. Like most people are making over six figures. So feminists, instead of addressing the fact that they are about as feminine as a bag of rocks, they will instead blame men. Men are the problem. Men are trash. This is the patriarchy. I can't get paid more because of the men. It has nothing to do with my work ethic. It has nothing to do with my talent or the fact that I'm lazy. It's the men. It's the men. And that's how I feel about the manosphere side of things.
So you see, she just tried to conflate feminists with red vitamin guys, and it's not even the same, not even close, because we're pointing out the truth, and the women and the feminists are victimizing themselves when they're the ones who actually sexualize themselves, objectify themselves. Like I said, Gen Z women have the digital footprint of an adult film actress. I repeat, Gen Z women have the digital footprint of an adult film actress. So they sexualize themselves, they objectify themselves, and then they want respect on the back end. These are the feminists. And the red vitamin, there's no objectifying of ourselves. Okay, there's none of this goofy shit. It's everybody sharing their experiences, everybody giving their account of what works in dating and what doesn't. That's literally all it is, and comparing notes about female nature. Okay. Cyrus Cherry says, are Kevin Samuel's standards realistic? Nurses don't even make 10K a year. He passed away in an awkward way, but he has money. What are you saying to be a high value man? The standard of a high value man? I mean, when it comes to the standard of a high value man, that is described by what women want. So it's not about, oh, you're not a good man if you're not a high value man. No, it's what is desirable to women. What is the most desirable to women? So yeah, I would say his description of a high value man is accurate and is realistic, because it's realistic in the fact that, you know, it's very difficult to attain. And for a woman, she's going to have to really provide value for that guy to even take her seriously, because he's doing bad all by himself, or good rather, but you know, bad meaning good.
When men are coming out and saying, it's the women. To me, it's just a victim.
It is the women though. See, it's not no victim mentality. It ain't no victim mentality. It's the reality. It is the women. See, they like to say, oh, feminized men, like, no. Men really have not changed. Let's keep it a buck. There were always certain feminine men, and yes, there are a lot more guys going into the LGBT because they're groomed by the media. But when we're talking about heterosexual men, it ain't no, oh, they're being more feminine, unless we're talking about like the single mother shit, which obviously, but I'm just talking about the general pool of men. Most guys out here, for one, are taking care of themselves, are in shape. Like, if I had to compare the amount of fat women to fat men, it's not even close. There's way more fat bitches than fat guys.
Mentality, and needs to be over and done with. I do like to give people grace And when we look at those out there who are incapable of solving their own life problems, we often think that it is a mentality. And at times it is. But what gets neglected is an IQ problem. If
An IQ problem. Wow. So she's saying that the guys in the red vitamin are just stupid. Okay. And you know what? I can speak on this shit because I'm speaking from the perspective of I'm speaking from the perspective of I haven't really had no crazy issues. Obviously, you know, you ran into some crazy shit with women, but as far as like not getting bitches, that's not the issue. A lot of the times it's the entitlement with these chicks.
you have a low IQ, it is very unlikely that you're going to be able to solve your own problems. The number one marker of somebody with an above average IQ is that they can solve their problems. They identify the problem.
Bruh, but then the thing is, you can't control what somebody else does. So you can solve your problem. She's basically saying, oh, if you can't get a woman, you're low IQ. That's fucking bullshit. You think, I mean, you think Stephen Hawking would have been able to get a woman, right? And he's super high IQ, right? Bill Gates, I mean, even Bill Gates, like, come on, he wasn't authentically getting bitches. These guys are not authentically getting bitches. They paying. So a lot of the smarter guys, that was a contradiction, because a lot of the smarter guys are upset because they're so intelligent, but they can't get a woman because they don't have those social skills. So she's basically saying, oh, you can't get a woman because you're low IQ. All the fucking nerds in high school were not getting bitches, and they were valedictorian, salutatorian, all that shit. So what the fuck is she talking about? How could she even say that? Oh, well, indicator of high IQ is, oh, you can solve your problems. So if you can't get a bitch, you can't solve problems. That's bullshit. No, the men with high IQs, they solve problems that actually matter to society. So they may not be able to solve their own problem in the drought that they're having with women, but they solve problems in society, whether it's mechanical problems, financial problems, whatever, you name it. But usually the guys who are higher IQ have a harder time dealing with women. That's just the reality.
Problem. Theorize solutions, they implement solutions, they get feedback, they change things until they get the outcome that they desire. But you have to have a certain level of intelligence for that. And that's one reason why I'm grateful for the Manosphere, because I do think we have a crisis of masculinity, and I don't think that for women. I think average men are losing. And so, like, yeah, don't man up for women. Man up for yourself. Man up for yourself before you get it got by the world is mostly my perspective, because I'm telling you, the world will run up on you if you don't stand up to it and say no.
No one says a handful of women I've come across have terrible social skills, can barely hold or follow up a conversation, or they make casual conversations feel awkward unless it becomes aggressive. Exactly. But they're still out here getting a whole bunch of dicks. So being able to have sex doesn't mean that you're an intelligent person. You got a dick and balls, and we see too many of these dumbass niggas who are falling up in some pussy that they ain't got no business falling up into.
Well, that's for men and it's for women, but I think particularly men are under attack. I can see it pretty much everywhere. In reality, we wouldn't need the Manosphere if we had masculine fathers in the home that young men could go to.
No. She's wrong again. It doesn't matter if you have a father in the home if he's fucking blue pill. That's what she doesn't get. Look, there are plenty of men who grew up with their fathers in the home, and their fathers were blue vitamin, and that's why they're in blue pill simp relationships now, where their woman is a strong independent running the relationship, because their fathers were blue vitamin and they saw that example and they followed suit. See, women want it both ways. They want to be able to control the relationship, meaning make the man do whatever they say and not fuck other bitches, while simultaneously getting that guy to lock down, commit, be the good guy, be the father figure, all that shit. They want it all. They want it all, man. So that's the reality of the situation. It doesn't matter if you have a father in your home. If your dad's a simp, it doesn't fucking matter.
About their struggles with women or their struggles with professionalism, they would be able to get that feedback and move forward. But we really lack father figures right now in the West. And so these men are resorting to finding answers to their problems online. And so I think that's important. So for the men of the intelligence and ability to change their circumstances, yes, I do think that the manosphere is helpful. And also with men that have that level of intelligence about them, they're able to exercise discernment and they can see what's a generalized statement and when their relationships with women have individual factors. Because you can get a broad generalized statement from the manosphere, which is important. There's things that you should know. Yes, women are likely to leave you if you go broke or if she gets a promotion. I think those statistics are helpful to know. That way you can work around them. But there's going to be individual things. Like, do you really think that the day to make a woman submit to your frame, which is a problem in itself, because if you were masculine, we just want to be under your frame anyway. But do you think that the time to make a woman submit to your frame is on her birthday? Like, let's be reasonable here. So those men with that level of intelligence are able to exercise discernment. So I'm all about the manosphere. However, they also attract low IQ males. But that is...
What the fuck is she talking about? They attract low IQ males. Who the fuck is she talking about? Is she talking about me? Because I broke down her whole shit. Is she talking about me? We could talk about low IQ, but if I find this video, it's OV. If I find this video or this picture, it's OV. Like, nah, B, you're not finna do that. You're not finna do that, ma'am. No, ma'am. You like, she's just trying to call the niggas in the manosphere low IQ. Oh, really? Okay. All right, keep that same energy.
Every sector, every niche of any movement, any ideology, any praxeology, any niche on YouTube. I am not saying that the manosphere is an ideology. First and foremost, I do not think it's an ideology. If you decide to make it one yourself as a content consumer, you really need to get some help. But that's something that the manosphere can't prevent. They can't go to you and say, hey, you don't get access to all of these notes that we've been exchanging because you're just not smart enough. They're very welcoming and accommodating to men of all walks of life. And hopefully the ones that show up that want to change, to get the tools to change. I don't even have a problem with the fact that some of these content creators sell courses or coaching sessions, because these are autonomous males. They're not being taken advantage of. They're allowing themselves to spend their money on things that they're not going to use. I talked to some of these content creators behind the scenes.
Who's not going to use it? What is she talking about? They're not going to use it.
Majority of the time, their clients don't want to do the work. And that even happens for myself. I've priced myself at a point to where hopefully the women that choose to spend their time with me, that is an hour long, and I give them feedback.
So now, okay, so she's talking about guys selling courses, and now she's selling consults.
Feedback on some of the circumstances of their life that they are invested in it. But still, even sometimes at that price, it doesn't happen. I would love to do it for free, but people don't value things that are done for free. But these men will spend hundreds and think that it's going to get them the woman, it's going to get them the body, when in reality, they need to go and they need to practice in the real world. But any manosphere content creator that is worth his weight will say that. They will say, yes, I offer these things. Most people don't act on it because I don't think it's a waste to invest in yourself. I don't think it's a waste to learn how to use crypto. It's not a waste to learn how to work out. It's not a waste to learn day game. It's only a waste if you, the consumer, pay and do nothing with it. And that's a common phenomenon. We have a consumerist culture. So do I think the manosphere takes advantage of men? No, the same way that I don't think women are being necessarily taken advantage of by feminism. They're choosing to believe these lies. They're choosing.
Oh, no. But they are being taken advantage by feminism because they have all this regret afterwards. That's the thing. You can say they choose to, but like the marketing is strong and we all know that women are impressionable. So they really, obviously, unless they're being guided by a strong man, they really don't have a choice on what they believe because they believe everything that makes them feel good.
To pay for things that they know darn well they're not committed to. And so what do we say? Oh, well, these poor men, they need to be coddled. No, these are adults. Let them learn how to try and fail on their own because no one else is going to teach them. So for the most part, I don't have a problem with the content creators. I know their main demographic is men. I think they serve a good, useful purpose. I think that the church is not ready to address masculinity at all. And the day that that happens, then maybe I'll come out and say something about it, because I do firmly believe in my heart, reading scripture, that
again, a woman telling men how to be men. I'm so upset that I can't find this picture, y'all. I'm so upset I can't find this picture. I can't remember who sent me the picture. I really can't remember, but it is, it's hilarious, bro. It really is.
that God wants men to be men. I firmly believe that. I don't think we have a society that facilitates that. I don't think that we have a church that facilitates that either. At least the Manosphere is bringing the topic up. At least they're trying to say, hey, men, we see what's going on with you. It is a problem. Maybe these are some things that you can try. And I'm all here for that. So for me, it's run its course. I've learned all I can learn. I got the man that I wanted. I have, for the most part, the physique that I want. I have the outlook and trajectory on my life that I want. I've gotten a lot of help from some of these content creators behind the scenes in launching the platform, and I am forever grateful.
Yep, there you have it. She got help from other content creators to launch her platform, and now she has usurped and surpassed these content creators.
And I am grateful for the Manosphere. I am just not here for the victims and the gloom and the doom. And there's no good women. There's none of this and there's none of that.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. This is serious. I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
When I literally sit here, I make this platform, try to find as many decent wives as I can to show you guys these women exist. They're out here. This is what they're...
Bruh. I guarantee if we looked at them hoes that she's consulting, them bitches ugly as fuck. Let's not act like she's consulting bad bitches. Bad bitches don't have problems getting men. Dude, I guarantee them hoes ugly as hell, bruh. Jesus, imagine the hoes that she consulting talking about some damn... Oh, well, these women are good women out here, bro. It don't matter if she's a good woman if she's fucking fugly, bro.
You're looking for just to say, no, nah. And I've truly gone out of my way to do this. I do this on purpose. I believe in the nuclear family, and I
guarantee them hoes fat, old, washed up, ran through, bruh. Ain't no way. Bad bitches do not need consults getting a man. It's some ugly fat hoes who are done.
I want to bring it back. And I think one of the biggest forms of insurance for the nuclear family is a masculine man and a feminine woman. I don't think this progressive stuff is working. If progressivism was so liberating, wouldn't marriage rates be better? Wouldn't there be intact families? Wouldn't our society just be on an upward trajectory? If it was effective, they're solving all of these injustices, and so surely families can thrive once all of these injustices are solved. They're not thriving. Okay, they're not thriving. I don't think progressivism is the answer to any of this stuff. And I'm in a very different phase of my life. I am working to be still more feminine, and also I'm looking to be more of a homemaker. I want to learn how to cook more. I want to learn how to please my husband.
Bruh, she don't even know how to cook. She don't even know how to cook, dog. What? You don't know how to cook, and you're consulting women on how to be wives. That's like step number one. Like, don't be ran through, which, let's keep it a buck. 27, not ran through, unlikely. And learn how to cook, clean, do laundry. Learning how to cook at 27 is crazy.
Husband more. I realize that is a bad word to say out loud these days, but that is where I'm at. And so there's not much that the red pill can offer me. I'm not going to take my old videos down. It's good to watch somebody work through the process.
Wow. She literally contemplated taking her old videos down. She literally just used the red vitamin to glow up. That is crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to Cyrus Cherry. He says, I'm sorry, but she's an example of why banning people from YouTube isn't such a bad idea. Nah, I wouldn't says she needs to be banned. But he says, but honestly, a lot of red vitamin folks sound like her, very charismatic, but making no sense. Okay, I'd like to put a name on it. Well, who are you talking about? Evil Genius says facts. He also says, can she even boil water? I know, boil some salty water, please.
And if you're at the beginning of the red pill, because it goes in a cycle. So if you're just now entering and you're coming across my content that covers that subject.
Bro, if you just now enter the red vitamin and she's the first content creator, which is probably what's happening. Like, you know, back in the day, guys were introduced to this. They'll search, oh, well, why did my wife divorce me? And then maybe Coach Red Pill, Coach Greg Adams, maybe Donovan Sharp, I don't know, Kevin Samuels, other guys will come up. If she's the first suggested video when you're looking into the red vitamin, that's straight bullshit. That's straight bullshit. This goes to, she was able to gain the following because YouTube doesn't see her as a threat. That's really what it is. Because they knew that she was going to get out of that shit. They knew that she was a chameleon. That's really what it was. Because niggas like me, we don't grow. Our channels are stifled. Our channels are shot down by the algorithm. Because we keep it a real binuck in here and they can't handle that.
More power to you. Good for you. Good for you. I think that it is helpful to see just how much the world caters to women and how we can't have a just society that doesn't base superiority on marriage. There's nothing superior about being born a woman. You can't control that. Yet we have a world that will tell you that you're all that. But then for men, they're pretty much admonished for even having standards. And I like to know these things as a woman so that I can see the world that my future sons and daughters are going to be in and to let them know when something is morally corrupt and how to work around that or push back against it. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that hit home for some of you. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Okay, so now we're going to watch her video on it says men hit the wall too, and I'm going to show you guys a thumbnail that she's using because she's showing like some zombie looking figure, and it's like, ma'am, is that not your husband? Like, the nigga is old, you know, all respect to him, but damn, it's like you talking about men hit the wall. Like, bruh, if anybody's gonna hit the wall, it's your damn husband. Like, that nigga need to get his prostate checked at this point. So this is the thumbnail. Y'all can see it's like an old mummified zombie looking motherfucker. So
Okay.
so this is a live stream. So we're gonna break it down. I want to let's see what we can do here. I still want to find that picture, but I'm still searching.
But anyway, if you like this content, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I do talk about a lot of things. I've even the whole like monkey branching. I talked about that on Twitter a couple of times, right? And so today on Twitter, or yesterday, I've just been getting ran up on by, I don't know, the Twitter sphere. Just a bunch of men who seem to be really bothered by the fact that I have a different perspective. And keep in mind, I'm allowed to have a different perspective. I'm allowed to think what I want to think. I do offer a different perspective. That's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I have 1 million subscribers. If people didn't like my perspective, I wouldn't have this many subscribers. But they
Bro, people are watching, bruh. Are you fucking kidding me? People like your perspective because you're a woman who, you know, she's a 6, but guys are so desperate that they're following because they think she's like some type of unicorn when she really ran the same play that most modern women are running. You know, get ran through in your 20s, wait till your late 20s, early 30s to get married. And marry a beta Brad. That's literally what happened. That's literally what happened. Like, what the fuck is she talking about, dog?
do. They enjoy it. I play around with mental models in my mind. But it came up where people firmly believe that men don't have a wall. Need I remind you, first and foremost, most people age horribly. Most people age horribly. But it's fine if we're like, oh, look at women, they can't cope with
I don't know where she's talking about. I don't know what she means by men don't have a wall, or who said men don't have a wall. I mean, obviously there's a point where physically you can't do the things that you could do as a young man, but I mean, as far as like dating goes, shit, you could be 90 years old, you can still get results. You can still get results. That's the thing. You can still get results. And you might have to pay. That's fine, but that's the game. You've been paying anyway. Okay? So, okay, I see. Let's go to we're on her Twitter. Let's go to her Twitter. She said men do have a wall and they peak to 28 to 35. You can be ridiculously handsome. 35 to 45 still handsome, but not as much. 50, you might still be handsome, but at this point your skin is losing its elasticity and you're handsome for your age. Aging is okay, just FYI, that's life. Your husband, then she's saying her husband hit the wall. So this is a lot of projection going on. She's upset because she has to fuck a 70-year-old nigga. So now she's saying, oh, men hit the wall too. They be talking about women hitting the wall. Well, men hit the wall too because I'm fucking an old nigga. No, your husband, honestly, he still is in the prime of his life. He can dump your ass and go to Colombia. He can go to Thailand. He can go to Gambia in Africa. He can go to a different country. He can go to Costa Rica. He can go to Turks and Caicos. He can go to El Salvador. He can go to a different country and clean up. So men are not hitting the wall when it comes to the dating sphere, because at the end of the day, if you do what you have to do in your youth and build that bread, that's really all it's about. Like, you don't have to be a good-looking man to get pussy. You don't. But nobody is trying to fuck an old bitch. But you hear plenty of these women talking about, oh yeah, I'm ready to fuck a sugar daddy. And Rollo Tomasi responded. He said, your comment is irrelevant. And then he put Tom Cruise. And then she said, your own graphic confirms that what I said. And you don't know dang well you were probably harder at 35. Don't play me, Rollo. Men have a wall. It's just probably at 70 for Tom Cruise, maybe. I mean, men being seasoned, women are actually attracted to that, contrary to popular belief. Allie, your husband is over 50. Youthful looks are very small part of what attracts women. Yep. You know this. I'm black, though, so my 50 should look like a white guy's 40. I mean, honestly, our 50s look like our fucking 30s if you ain't, on crack. Husband is for long-term stability. If she wants some dick on the side, she will go for hot 25-year-olds. True, but since women don't have physical beauty quite as highly, there are still 50-year-old silver foxes in $3,000 suits and sports cars pulling women frequently, so it's not exactly apples to apple. No, it's not at all. I won't deny that Father Time is much kinder to men. I'm not delusional. Oh, yes, she is delusional. You see, she's getting triggered. Yep. So somebody else actually has a good example here. He said, it's all about finances with men, not looks. Exactly. Look at this shit. I mean, yeah, you got to pay for her to fuck you, but he's still getting fucked. And he doesn't mind paying. See, men, we don't mind. Honestly, most men don't mind paying for sex. They don't like paying for something and not getting the sex, though. Because that's what they're doing on dates. You go on a date, you paying for a date, and then you're not getting shit. That's what we don't like. It's not that we don't like paying for the bitch. It's like, yo, keep it straight up. What am I paying for? Am I paying just for the women want to make it seem, oh, he's paying for my time. My time is valuable. He's paying for my time. No, fuck that. It's either I'm paying for the pussy or I'm not. Hobosexual says, I hate these damn grifters, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Look, see, I mean, over and over again, you have many. Do you think that think his skin texture matters? Exactly. Look, it's crazy. And now she's trying. Oh, how many men get that rich? Da, 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 da. Like, dude, she got owned on her own Twitter. It's hilarious. So now she's triggered, and now she has to go on YouTube to defend herself because that's the platform that's giving her love.
With the wall. Look, I'm going to start this off by saying I peaked at 24. I am 27. I know I peaked. I'm friends with my wall. I know my wall is probably coming around the corner. Maybe it already came. Maybe it's hitting me in the face tomorrow. I get it. That's why I got married. That's why I'm starting a family. That's why I do what I do personally. I am friends with my wall. But when I see the whole Manosphere is like, no, man.
Shorty said she's friends with her wall. That's funny. That's wild.
You don't have a wall. I'm like, how? How? Because most men are not the top 1 to 10% earners that are out there that can pull tail from 70 to 90. So, like, what about the other 90% of men? Right? And
Bruh, you don't have to have that much money. You can go overseas and get way hotter women. Way hotter. Way hotter than what's over here. That's the reality of the situation. That's the reality of the situation.
know that men peak, right? They do peak. I am not denying that father time is not kinder to men. I understand that. And here's the other thing too. You would think I'd be allowed to have an opinion that was different. These people are no different than the liberals that I dealt with in college. You would think that I'd be able to have a different opinion, right? And that my opinion might carry some weight because my husband is 50. My husband is 50.
So she's saying I'm post-wall, so I got with a post-wall man. Is she trying to say her man is he hit the wall?
I'm genuinely attracted to this man. He is 23 years older than me. I fully comprehend.
I'm genuinely attracted to this man. I.e., she's a sugar baby.
Men age better. I get that. I don't understand. I get that. However, what I do know, being with a man who is older, he was way hotter at 35. Now I'm trying to figure out when he was drop dead gorgeous, but things change. Things change along the way. You lose elasticity, what have you. I'm really trying to think if he was like hotter at 28 or 35 or maybe in the middle.
So is she upset that her 50-year-old man's balls are saggy? That she got to suck some wrinkled nuts? Is that what she's upset about? Let's keep it a buck.
It's like whenever you're like that 80s heartthrob, right? That was a thing, was a moment. So yeah, he was like way hotter then. Men peak. Most men age horribly. So my question is, like, why are they so?
Most men age horribly. That ain't what I'm seeing out here. It's most of the women, they blowing up to blimp sizes. A lot of men, they start losing weight.
Fervently trying to pretend like men don't age horribly. Like most people don't age horribly. And I'm not a woman that's in denial, and I'm trying to pretend like I'm going to be pretty and beautiful forever. But I think it's a really weird Western thing that people do where they try to cling onto their youth for dear life. Just for dear life. There is such a thing as aging gracefully versus aging resentfully. A woman trying to pretend to be 21 when she's 50, that's gross. It's not cute. It's tacky. A man trying to pretend that he's 20 with graphic tees when he's 60, it's gross. It's not cute. People are going to be flaming me for that too. But yeah, I don't know a single 18-year-old woman who's fantasizing about your average earning pensioner. Your average earning pensioner male. Nobody's dreaming about that. No one's dreaming about it. Women in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you look forward to being.
Bruh. All you have to do. She's talking about women aren't wanting the average pensioner. Dude, should we look at Airbnbs in Colombia? Should we look at Airbnbs in Colombia? I mean, you don't have to earn a shit ton of money to get women to fuck with you in these other countries. You really don't. And that's the allude that like she's trying to make it seem like, oh, well, men aren't going to be able to have the options. Dude, I'm telling you right now, your husband could dump you today. If he wasn't a blue pill simp, he could have been had way better. I'm gonna tell you that right now in another country. And that's the problem. He doesn't know his value because he sees his value from the perspective of the Western society, right? That's how he sees his value. So, I mean, you can, man, look, I'm looking at Airbnbs in Colombia right now, ranging from $20 a night to $100 a night, way better than anything in the US. Like, come on, dog. You are not finna sit here and tell me that a man can't afford to. I mean, that's not even much. It's not even a lot of money, honestly, if we really talking about it, to go to another country and be just as, if not more successful. Okay? This is what you guys got to realize. There are options out there.
An old,
But a woman older traveling, it's not going to hit the same.
an old man. We'll do 50. They can still be hot, but let's do 60. Right, 60 and older. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to bang a dude that's 60 and older.
Your husband's literally going to be 60 in 10 years. What the fuck are you saying? I told you she's hoping that life insurance kicks in. She's hoping that nigga croaks, has a heart attack ASAP. Because she not trying to suck no 60-year-old dick. It sounds like, from my perspective, it sounds like she don't want to suck no 60-year-old dick.
Put a 2 in the chat if you really don't want to bang a dude that's 60 or older. Right? Like, really? Let's use our brains. Oh, not hot anymore. Fabio, not hot anymore. Robert De Niro, Al.
DVB says Austin and Pearl is live later. Wonder if she will react like this chick. But from what I see, Pearl might be the most solid lady repping the space. Yeah, Pearl's solid. I interviewed her before. And I know she's friends with Real Femme Sapien, but bro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Shorty is, you could tell she's triggered by her results. Like she knows that, damn, I hit the wall and I had to get a man who's quote unquote post wall, but actually he's in the prime of his life. And if he was smart, he would open up the marriage and, you know, bounce back from different countries. No cap.
Pacino, not hot anymore. Not hot anymore. I don't understand it. But you know, my point is that I'm allowed to have a different perspective. And here's the thing. Okay, true, right? Let's be true. Al Pacino did go on a date recently with an 18-year-old. Al Pacino is Al Pacino. Who are most men?
Bruh, it doesn't matter. You don't think men out here are dating, bruh. I literally seen this old white dude in fucking Atlanta, bro, with 2 bad light-skinned bitches under his arm. He wasn't no damn Al Pacino. He was a no-name. Still getting pussy. Bet he met him on Seeking Arrangements. That nigga was over 60.
Sorry. Who are most men? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. You know, being able to pull tail at 80 based off of finances alone, yes, it's possible. Now, I don't know anything about 80-year-old women getting some. I really don't know.
No, they're not. They're it's a different, when women have to pay, they hate it. See, when women have to pay for dick, they hate it. When men have to pay for pussy, we don't mind it. We actually prefer it. Shit. Okay, I know what I'm gonna get. Boom. Pay for the pussy. Like, we're not over here, oh my God, nobody likes me for me. No, I don't give a fuck. You suck my dick, I bust, it's over. We're good.
I got no clue, no idea. But I don't necessarily consider that to be a dub, that you can get a woman to give up the cookie out of financial obligation and persuasion. How is that a dub? I'm really trying to rack my mind. How is that a dub? The funny thing about it is like, I'd like to see what some of these men look like behind the screen. Okay, $4.99 donation to the platform from Trevor says, I think the
Well, we showing our face. It doesn't matter what we look like. Oh, I would love to see how you look like. It doesn't matter. I could pay a 10 on Instagram to suck my dick for $500 right now. It doesn't matter what I look like. I could be 85 years old and still pay the same. I could pay that bitch shit. I could pay that bitch $5,000 to take a dump on her chest. What is she talking about? Bro, it don't take that much for these hoes to go.
Relative to the drive for sex, if you're 50, your testosterone is most certainly lower. We do have a wall, but we don't care. To me, it's just like, you know, how old would you have to be in order to admit that you finally hit a wall? Like, is it 50, 70, 90? There's just no possible way that this could go on forever. I'm not buying it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. However, I will make it abundantly clear. Again, I'm married to a man twice my age. I'll make it abundantly clear. If you take your nutrition and your fitness seriously, you can be handsome for a very long time. Absolutely. Much more handsome than a woman can be beautiful for that point in time. Like, for women, I know that our looks go away. Boom. We just wake up one day and we're old. I understand that. I know for men, it's a very slow decline. But to have all these alpha males on Twitter arguing with me, like, really, why?
Triggered.
Why are you so pressed? But again, I do think that this is that Western thing where we're trying so desperately to hold on to youth instead of trying.
She loved using the Western thing. Like, bruh, niggas in Eastern Europe, though, are you kidding me, bro? I mean, if you want to talk about the Eastern European lifestyle, bro, prostitution is legal. A 70-year-old man is getting his dick sucked. 70-year-old woman would have to pay exorbitant amount for any young man to eat her pussy. Facts.
To learn how to age gracefully. Okay. Holding on to your high school football glory days. That's not cute. It's not cute when women do it too, you know? But anyway, $1.99 donation says women are not supposed to be attractive. Women are supposed to be the attractive ones, not men. That's crazy.
Facts.
That's crazy because 10s don't marry 2s.
Yes, they do. Dude, I used to move houses, and there was this hot ass ginger bitch who was married to this fat ass motherfucking businessman. He had a pork belly. I would say she's an 8 for her age. She was about 34 years old. She was a hot ass, big tits, all that, redhead. They had some like weird ass son. I think he had fucking Asperger's, some shit. And so he was on the spectrum of autism. But this guy was married to this woman, and she was hot as fuck. And he was fat as shit, but he had deep pockets. And that's why she made the decision that she did.
Usually attractive people try to be with other attractive people.
No, that's not true at all. What the fuck is she talking about?
So, anyway, like this entire...
How many 10s are getting shitted on by Dubai sheiks? She's out of her fucking mind.
Chat is just, you still don't understand, do you? I understand quite a bit.
Bro, just because you got married to a fucking beta boomer, she got married to a beta male boomer. And now, oh, I understand the dynamics, bro. No, the fuck you don't. You're not outside.
Most of you will not marry a 27-year-old when you're 50.
Yeah, we wouldn't marry a 27-year-old. We would marry an 18 or 19-year-old. Like, what is she talking about? We could go younger. We go a lot younger.
I understand a lot.
Not younger than 18 or 19. I'm saying younger than 27 for sure.
But I'm allowed to have a different opinion, and it doesn't have to be like this is sisterhood uber
yeah,
female mating strategy.
Yeah, you can have a different opinion, but you're wrong. That's the thing. You're wrong. Just admit that you're wrong. Like she's trying to make it seem, oh, well, I'd like to see what you guys look like. If you want to see what the guys who are criticizing you look no further than the screen. This is what we look like. We're on our shit. We're in the gym. We're reclaiming our throne, and we're calling out the bullshit, the fuckery of these Red vitamin, red pill chameleons.
I don't even really like women all that much. I'm just having a legitimate conversation. At what point are we willing to admit that men take a hit with the SMV? And then it's like, I understand
The older I get, the more money I'm making, the SMV is going up.
that there's different financial factors that can play.
Shout out to Chance. He says, and she had to settle. Hassan McMillan says she's capping because she's going to be 30 and everything is going to change. Get the fuck out of here, Allie. Exactly. Chance says she neglected the fact her husband pulled her. Right.
Into a man's SMV. Yes, you can pull tail if you have enough money, but still, exactly how much of a dub is that? And my issue more so with like the content creator side of things is a lot of these guys are top 10% of men. I don't know about top 1%. Physically, top 10% of men. They're fit. They're not like the general public, because rule number 1, being on camera.
But most men are in shape, though. That's the reality.
Doing social.
It's mostly the women who are out of shape.
Media. You might want to look good. It might be.
Just go to any gym, any co-ed gym, and you're gonna see way more men than women.
Who view to look good. So like they talk to the other 90% of men. They're like, hey, you can do it too. This is true. You can, but most won't. And that's okay. It's okay to get wrinkles. It's okay not to be as hot as you were. I mean, I've peaked already. That's okay. But I'm more on the side of aging gracefully and embracing, you know, that we're one step closer to meeting our maker every day. I think that that's something that the West has a big problem with. And I wish it wasn't like that, but it shows a real lack of spirituality and meaning in life. 199.
Here goes that spirituality bullshit. There goes that spirituality bullshit. Every bitch start getting spiritual once she doesn't have the leverage in the sexual marketplace anymore. It's crazy, ain't it?
Donation to platform says men do have a wall, just too scared to admit it. 279 donation says a man hit the wall when he can't produce. So, I mean, I think men stop reproducing. That.
No, bruh.
Again, it's just arguing semantics and definitions. I'm thinking about my ovaries. Like, do my ovaries want it or no? Do my ovaries want it or no? So,
what the fuck?
Anyway, I think men can reproduce in their 70s. Obviously, I'm trying to have a baby with my husband who's 50, so he's probably going to have his first kid at 51, 52. Again, I understand what you got.
So she hasn't even given her husband a child yet, bro. Chance says she's a pick-me and she's coping and seething. Exactly.
You guys are saying. I just think that a lot of this is really unrealistic. Like, there's a reason why I'm with who I'm with. And, you know, I have a decent level of information here.
You heard what she said. There's a reason why she's with who she's with. So it's not because that's the love of her life and that's her one and only and that's her end game. It's because she knows that nigga is 1 foot in this life, 1 foot in this world, and one outside of it. He got 1 foot in the grave. That nigga could croak tomorrow, and nobody would think it as to be something that's like just, you know, off field, because the average man lives till about 54, 56 or something. So nobody would say, oh, that came from left field. We were not expecting that. Like, that nigga could die tomorrow, respectfully. You know, God forbid, but let's keep it a buck. Nobody would be shocked. So she's playing, like I said, she's going to inherit this man's wealth. And it's a smart move. It's the right play. But you heard what she said. She's with that man for a reason, and he's too blue vitamin to see it. It's crazy. It's crazy because I guarantee he's not watching all her videos. She's literally telling on herself in all of her videos. He's too blue vitamin to see it. And he could definitely have a child with a way younger woman. Hassan McMillan says men have children no matter how old he is. Stop it, Ali. Exactly. It doesn't matter if the sperm is 70 or 80 years old, nigga. It's still gonna produce a kid. That nigga Larry King was having kids for a long time.
Here. So I guess like men can sire children into their 80s or 90s. So that's your measure of the wall. It's not whether or not he can get tail now. It's about whether.
Bruh. The measure of the wall, it's biological and it's physical. So it's physical appearance plus biological, plus what you bring to the sexual market value. So what men bring to the sexual market value is resources mainly. That's the most important thing. The resources and the status. So the older I get, the more my resources grow, the more status I build, because everybody's going to respect me because I had a 20, 30, 40 year career. and I met so many people. So my value's only gonna go up. My value's only gonna go up. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
Or not he can sperm a human. Is that the new definition? Is that genuinely?
The reason why women hit the wall is because, yes, they can't reproduce and they start to look worse with age.
Curious. Okay. I'm going to catch up on the chat. Obviously, it's a bunch of angry men here without icons. The wall.
So the men are angry. Wow. Nobody has said anything crazy to her, but the men are angry.
Plus for men when you have to take ED meds. Well, then that would mean that there's a bunch of depressed 21-year-old men that have hit the wall.
So there's 21-year-old men. There's a whole bunch of 21-year-old men with erectile dysfunction. Yeah, I'm not buying it.
I'm male. I think Allie is great. Thanks. Men's wall is balding. The scary effing Norwood Reaper. Balding. That's where we're going to draw the line. I guess that's fair.
No, that's not fair. That a bald man could still get pussy. What is she talking about?
You know, why? That is something that I find unusual.
And you could tell that chat was probably a woman. Oh, men's wall is balding, bitch. Don't act like you ain't sucked a bald dick before. Come on.
About my husband. Why does this man still have hair? I'm genuinely curious. How is he? Is this witchcraft? Time is the fire in which we all burn. Correct. Okay. I'm having red pill rage. Well, there's only so many times that you can be approached as a schizophrenic threat where you're like, okay, let's calm down, guys.
All right, so she's doing the most. We're not going to break down this whole video, but obviously you get the point. It's wild how much she finessed. It's wild how much she finessed, man. It's crazy. And now she's finna ride the Christ pill to an even bigger bag. She's going to ride the God pill all the way to the bank. And, you know, you guys are going to supply it. You guys are going to fund it. You guys are going to fund it because y'all are falling for the pretty smile. Y'all are falling for the lip gloss, the makeup, and all that other extra shit. So, anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship questions to your email down below with a screenshot of your cash app so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking day with the BS. And you already know. Reclaim your throne.
Reclaim your throne.